Hey champs, what's up? Welcome back to PhysioBite. So today I am back with another video for you all, and something new is waiting in the end of the video for you. So keep watching till the end and let's get started. Hopeless into hopes, can't into cans, and impossible into possible. That's what the life is all about, and this is what the physiotherapy always wanted to say. Actually, not just want to say, it proves all this. So in today's topic, we will be discussing about the importance of physiotherapy in our life, and here I'll be telling you all about what is physiotherapy, what a physiotherapist is, and what benefits you can get from physiotherapy, what is yoga, and how this yoga is connected to physiotherapy. And last but not the least, we will be discussing about the yoga in details in the next video. So what is physiotherapy? This is a treatment method that focuses on science of movement. That is, how our body is moving and what is the science behind it. This includes the forces acting on the body during movement like body weight, forces of gravity and frictional force, etc. Now, when do you need a physiotherapy? This need can be arise at any age of your life in any gender. Like neonatal or pediatric physiotherapy is there for newborn babies or children. Geriatric physiotherapy is for elders. Gynecological physiotherapy for women, and general physiotherapy is for everybody like adults. So here comes the problem for which we can go to a physiotherapist. See, what happens is the pain is of two types. First one is chemical pain and then is mechanical pain. The chemical pain which rises due to the chemical changes in the body, and the mechanical pain, this kind of pain is caused by placing abnormal stress or strain on the muscles of the body. So this mechanical pain may be arise due to bad habits, poor posture, incorrect bending, and prolonged immobilization of the body. So this type of pain and the stiffness, swelling arises due to this pain is treated by physiotherapy. By the way, this pain is just a symptom of a worsened condition. This is not any cause or something. So what this physiotherapy do is it treats the cause of the pain and not just the pain. So the next thing that the physiotherapy facilitates is functional independence, which is done mainly by the functional re-education program, for what our previous video is all about. The link of the video is in the description box, so you can check it from that. And physiotherapy improves the strength, endurance and flexibility of the muscles, which is done by various physical exercises. Then it also facilitates the neuromuscular coordination. Now what this neuromuscular coordination is, this is the ability of the central nervous system, that is brain, to control the muscles of the body. So this is also achieved by the physiotherapy program. Then it improves the balance and the coordination by various exercises and improves the physical fitness. This is also done by the physical exercises. Then comes the post-surgical complication. The post-surgical, that is after various surgeries, the patient get bedridden for some time. So physiotherapy helps to avoid all the complication arising due to this immobilization by performing various breathing exercises and some basic passive and then active movements of the body parts to keep the patient immobilized. Then the physiotherapy prepares for and facilitates the childbirth by providing the prenatal exercises, that is the exercises that are provided to the mother before delivery to ease the delivery, and also provides the post-delivery exercises like pelvic floor muscle strengthening and other exercises. Then the physiotherapy being a very important tool for preventing the sports injuries by various stretching exercises, and then it prevents the reoccurrence of the condition by already educating the individual about this. After that, it provides the ergonomic advice. Ergonomic, that is the basic living and working conditions for better posture and all. And lastly, it improves the gait, that is the walking pattern, which we have already discussed in the previous video. Now some specific conditions are there which are mainly treated by the physiotherapy treatment, and these are musculoskeletal and orthopedic conditions like arthritis, then cardiopulmonary conditions like COPD and arteriosclerosis. After that, neurological conditions like stroke, then to prevent the sports injuries. Then comes the incontinence of urine. This incontinence is mainly prominent in the females, so these can be treated by the strengthening of the pelvic floor muscles. Then comes the pregnancy, as we have already discussed about it, the prenatal and post delivery exercises, and lastly to treat the cancer. So in short, we can say physiotherapy is all about the rehabilitation, injury prevention and health promotion, fitness. Now, what a good physiotherapist is: a physiotherapist who is a specialized healthcare professional having all these qualities, like being humble to motivate the patient, then optimistic, that is being positive to make everything possible, after that knowledgeable, then a good listener to listen the problem of the patient from the patient's point of view. Then he should have a proper communication skills to treat the patient properly, and lastly he should be a lifelong learner to learn new techniques every day to treat the patient. Now, how he will give you best treatment? He will firstly properly assess your condition by physical examination, your demographic data, imaging techniques like X-rays and MRI, and then some specific special test of physiotherapy. Then he will let you know about your condition, and after discussing with you and your family, he will design a proper treatment plan according to your condition. And then he will try to give his 100% to your treatment. Now, various techniques of physiotherapy treatment are: this is a mixture of hands-on treatment, that is treatment done by the physiotherapist's hand, and any device, any tool can't beat the power of hands of a physiotherapist. So this includes manual therapy, massage, stretching, manipulation of joints, physical exercises and many more others. And the other aspect of the treatment is by using machines and devices, machines like mainly the electrotherapy machines like TENS and IFT, and other machines are thermal devices like IRR and UVR, and some other equipments like cupping therapy and needling are also used for the treatment. Now all these techniques are shown in these pictures, like first one is manual therapy, then massage, after that stretching, then comes the joint manipulation, and then the physical exercises. And now comes the equipmental techniques. These are electrotherapy, thermal therapy, then cupping, then needling. And then comes the yoga. Yoga is originated from the Sanskrit word that is yuj, which means union. The union of an individual, that is Jivatma, with the highest level of consciousness, or we can say awareness. As we read in the previous slide, that is yoga means union. So the yoga is union or balance on the physical, mental and spiritual level, and this can be taken in many ways, but most commonly it is taken to mean the union of individual, that is Jivatma, with the divine. Now, how this yoga is connected to physiotherapy? The physiotherapy has its origin in yoga, and the fundamental or starting position we read in our first video are similar for both, like in exercises in the physiotherapy and the asanas in yoga. Now some examples of this similarity is, first one is the Tadasana, which is similar to the standing position, and then is the Shavasana, which is similar to the supine lying position of the fundamental positions. Now here comes the physio yoga. What this physio yoga is? This is the combination of the evidence-based physiotherapy with the yoga, and physio yoga is mainly the rehabilitation approach of the yoga. We can say this is the application of physiotherapy principles to the yoga. Now the benefits of the physio yoga. Physio yoga has both the benefits, the physical ones and the mental ones. The physical benefits including the improvement of the muscle strength, endurance and flexibility. After that, it improves the digestion and hormonal balance. It reduces the hypertension, that is blood pressure, and also regulate the body weight, pain reduction and postural improvement. And on the other hand, the mental benefits are it improves the concentration, confidence and also the sleep, and helps in reduction of stress, anxiety, and also helps in relaxation procedure. So the more you understand your own body and know how to work with it, the better you will move and feel now, and the less time and money you will spend fixing the problems later. For the written material and all the recent updates about PhysioBytes, go check the physiobytes.blogspot.com, and the link of this blog is in the description box, so you can check it from that. So this wraps up with today's topic. We will be discussing about the yoga in detail in our next video. Till then, stay safe and happy.